We got my favorite man back in here, Krager, the boy. I think they're trying to figure out 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think he's trying to figure out, or maybe he's telling them how to do the rolls. I'm not even paying attention that much. Is that something? I don't know what it said. We got Krager, we got ourselves haha. Ah ha ha ha. Except we'll call him Axe, because a lot of the English speakers would be like Axe, 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 Axe. So we'll call him Axe. We got ourselves a Loisi in here, Loso. We got ourselves Sua. We got ourselves Chirp as well, yo. We got the boys tonight with Fassel going to be going up first versus Axe. Axe trying to see if he can ask him a question. I think it'd be hilarious if I decided to call this guy by his Russian name. So I'd be like, the monk, ahaha, going to go for a big old fist of fury, whirling dragon punch out of aha, as he's going to go for a bit of reset, but aha, get hit with a stun as Fassel locks him down with a fear. So we're going to call him Axe, because otherwise that'll sound really, really silly. Ahaha. Because it sounds like, Dal, why is he doing that fake laugh? It's so annoying. Am I right or am I right? Fassel trying to see if he can back away from Axe for a second, as Axe is going to go for the 4 brew. 3-minute cooldown being used. The Wayne was also used. Fassel trying to make sure that he's making quite a bit of range between him and Axe as early as possible. Drain life of the Zuen. Axe trying to reposition. I think he set up a port back there too. Gonna be that stun as he's on the approach. Gonna be that slow as well. Fell Lord waiting for him. Fassel playing with a normal passive resolve trick. Gonna be a flash gun out of Axe as he gets knocked down. Is gonna go for a bit of CC. Not immunity, so he's not playing the Marilyn Soulbind. So I wonder what kind of Soulbind he's playing. Mortal Coil, knockdowns, Tyrant. That's a lot of damage. It's gonna be the Aegis Stricken, but that Stricken is a lot smaller than it was. That's gonna be a big port for Axe. Trying to see if he can back up out of there. But this man is still under a ton of pressure with Kevin literally spitting in his face. Demons closing in. Imps charging out. Double fell guard still on them. Axe as Axe tried to Axe on Axe as he goes in for Alexia. Pet's getting stunned up. Fassel doesn't result trigger proccing, so she'd be able to free cast if needed. Dark back. Axe not doing super good right now. Not a lot of health. The Pets is still chasing after him and it looks like Fassel. Question, is Fassel got a seer set? I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody has a 2-piece by now, right? So you should have an extra Demon Dogger to send out. And those extra Demon Doggers, that's an extra bite, that's an extra chance at the Dread Bite. So it's actually kind of huge if that's what he's got going on. I don't see how many dogs he sends out, because a lot of these dogs fuse into one. Gonna be Axe as Axe drops down. Perfect positional, actually, as he gets hit with the CC. Still looking for that reset. Still looking to kite out the game for a little bit. The Fassel swings around the corner, trying to get some damage in. Axe going in for a bit of a self-heal as he goes to a port back up top. And Fassel walks up next to him. Dion bolts flying out. Gonna be BDB down for Axe. Could potentially be big damage. Gonna be Fassel porting behind him, actually. Almost like shadow stepping behind the guy. Trying to land a fear on him. Is gonna land it. Gonna go for a bit of a drain. Fassel has some cool that's going back up. Demons are recuperating from the twist, and yeah, they should be able to summon him back up very, very soon. Does Axe get a pinned against the corner? It's gonna be a couple shadow bolts with a decimated bolt getting set up. Gonna be a bunch of pets set up. With the Karma to follow, Leg Sweep as Axe drop down BDB. Gonna be images as well. Fassel with the Dark Bag. That might be enough to survive them, but it's gonna be big damage on the Monk with the Mortal Coil to follow. Fear right after. Fassel with the Aegis Stricken also gonna back up out of there completely. It's gonna be Axe dropping down a big Rolling Dragon Punch, but the images weren't anywhere near Fassel to connect. And Fassel does have something to at least drain off of for a little bit. Zuen join in, but it's going to be immediate port for the port. And it looks like Axe, that's why he's setting up a port next to where Fassel was. That's what he's trying to do. Going to be a Fell Lord stun into a Tyrant. Going to be big damage potentially. Fassel trying to see if he can run next to the Fell Lord, but it's going to be taken down by Axe. Dropping in the big meaty hammer with a fist into the man's face. Going to be Resicia up next. Getting hit with a disarm immediately. As Axe backs up out of there, getting interrupted on the Flesh Cup, wasn't able to fully channel it. Gonna be the 4 brew next, as the Monk is rotating through his defenses, trying to keep this rogue in play here as best as possible. Getting a shot out of Resicia. Getting a shot onto Axe, does break out of it. Gonna be the result trick. It is not gonna be able to connect. Axe trying to see if he can maybe get on top of Resicia. Was on top of it for a second. Gonna be the ambush out of Resicia with a gouge to follow. And Resicia is looking for a bit of a reset. Axe with a feint, Resicia with a feint. Back it up out of there for a second. Trying to get the pistol shots rolling. If he got himself the 4-piece tier set bonus, that's not a bad idea to get himself some pistol shots from a rage, because you build them for common points and you build them for procs. Had to re-roll the bones inside of the kidder shot, which is super unfortunate when that happens. But as long as you just got him. Big fist of fear out of Axe. Locked out residual of damage for a moment with the parries. Residual with a disarm. Still can continue the pistol shot, but needs to find a way to get. Oh, what is this damn? Huh? I'm sorry, what? I thought the rogue was safe. I thought the rogue was like about half his health, a little bit under that. Just a little under that. I just got knocked out. He literally kicked the soul out of his body. Huh? What? Gonna be stunned by Druya playing the Necrolord Feral with a Incarnation. Interesting. Gonna be like karma for Axe, trying to get some severe damage with Druya, trying to see if he can bust through the flesh craft. Is gonna get the images back up and running though, as they're unleashing their punches and kicks. And Axe is looking for a bit of a reset, trying to see if he can get away from Druidia, especially during that Incarnation. That could potential lots of damage. Got himself shackles and malediction. Not a chicken we see all that often, but it's gonna get Axe behind. Does he have enough damage to follow? Disarm. That's gonna be a big old bite for Druida, taking out Axe. But does it? So that Krager gets a chance to play the game. As Krager is gonna have to chase after the Feral. That's gonna be Ursus. Was able to get away from Ursus, then go for a leap. Banner down. So for Druida, this could be a lot of damage. It's gonna be a bear from SI, trying to give himself survival instincts. That's gonna be Krager with a big raging blows, able to catch up to Druida. It's gonna be that Rude, however, trinkets out of it to leap towards the Druid. Druid can be in really bad trouble. Ooh, I think he tried to see if he could go for a juke, but the Krager just ended up raising them axes and the mace and just clapping him down as the Druid is coming back in there. With Jesus is going to be up next. Only 2 left over for the team 2. It's going to be Jesus dropping down the big A-bomb. Kraken trying to see if he might be able to get himself big damage versus this. Got himself a little bit of a cleave. Stun to Kraken. Could be really bad for him. Trying to go for as much self-heal as possible. Is going to activate all the defenses in the world. Got himself a little bit of a rallying cry too, just to give himself a little bit extra health to work with. Every defense he's going to use. Just trying to see if he can back away. Letting the peasants work to Kraken. Trying to stay away from the warrior as best as possible. Going to be the quick reflect for Kraken. Leaping away with a flash cap while moving. It's gonna get yoinked up, but actually end up getting a juke versus Jesus with no health, but the shield is doing anything. That's keeping him alive right now. Needs to recover as much health as possible. Does see himself impending victory. Looks like he does pick up some healing just now. That shield is the only thing between him and death. Oh my goodness. That was such a clutch shield. It's gonna be Chain of Ice, and Kraken just, you know what? I'm just gonna take this chains. I have this ghoul next to me. I'm just gonna rampage and dismantle the thing, take it apart bit by bit, and siphon all the healing from just this battle trance that Kraken has established. Of just the more he stays in the fight, the more healing he gains. Gonna be that big wreck available. It's gonna be lots of damage to Jesus. I don't know if this man is expecting all this damage. It's gonna try to get himself the Army of the Dead rolling, or potentially maybe Apocalypse. Frost Fever? No, he plays the army build. Gonna be Krager still with Reg, trying to keep the pressure rolling on Jesus. It's gonna be quick fear, but the pets are not, they're immune to the fear. Krager trying to see if he can leap away. Doesn't have any kind of healing at all. He needs to get whatever healing possible. The army of ghosts are just clawing at him. Oh, and Jesus does end up taking him out. The whole army. Jesus, I thought it was a 1v1. You can't bring all your homies in with you. You can't bring all those undeads with you. Lassie gonna be up next with a quick disarm versus the Death Knight. The DK did just burn through a lot of cooldowns fighting Kragar. And Lassie with a full Vendetta. I don't know if Jesus has much of a chance right now. Going to be a full setup with the Necrolord Blade. Lassie getting line of sighted actually by Jesus, who did just Dark Pact earlier. So that necrotic, that health bonus, gone. All he has is a flesh cut and whatever heal he can get from the rogue. Rogue with a cloak of shadows now. Can you shout on Jesus? I think it might be over unless he has something for it. I think it's gonna be Resonant Trinket, and Lassie just trying to make sure that he gets himself a kill there, no matter what happens. With Kiosko, last one left. Kraken is bobbed by the current druid. Is that allowed? Wait. Is he? He does get a. Was he? I didn't realize he was. I think we should, well, it gives him like a 3% versatility buff. Do you guys think a 3% versatility buff is too strong if he was buffed by the druid? I don't know. That's not something we really get to, I guess. Oh man. I want to talk about it, but also want to kind of comment at the deal because Lassie is not doing all so hot. It was a full death chakra burning right through him. Kevin Stein spinning at him. This is going to be the Raptor. Looks like he's playing fetch with that spike. And it's going to be Kioska taking out the rogue, and he's going to keep fighting afterwards. I'm going to we'll talk about it after this one. We'll talk about it after this duel chat. We'll let you guys decide, because that's an interesting one. Gonna be full death chakra to Kioska. Stun. Does he have anything to follow? I think it might be over. Gonna be Tornado at the last second. He does get himself an out, and potentially gonna be a heal. Yeah, it was a heal. Trick it out of Suwa as he just continued to get the pressure rolling. Binding shot. Getting knocked literally into Guantanamo Bay. Having to run all the way back to Kioska. Try to keep the dots rolling. Gonna be a harpoon by Kioska. Could potentially go for a freeze trap onto Suwa. If you want to actually get his death chakra of his own, could potentially be a big damage. Gonna be Suwa trying to get bursted. It's gonna be Kioska with no health whatsoever. Oh, yeah. Once he got all the dots in there. there ain't much you can do about it. With Axe getting himself 2 kills, Krager coming in, slamming the druid down, and Jesus taking him back. And it was a bit of a back and forth after another. Let's get another group going, boys. We gotta get Krager versus Grain next.